Hello, in this video we will look at prepositions. This is part of the series on parts of speech. A preposition is a word that shows the relationship between a word in the sentence and another word that is called the object of the preposition. So in a sentence, the preposition usually connects two different words. Usually, but not necessarily always, prepositions come before a noun, a pronoun, or a gerund. And that noun, pronoun, or gerund, which comes immediately after the preposition, is called the object of the preposition. Now, let us look at a couple of examples. First sentence, the flower in the vase is a rose. The flower in the vase is a rose. So here the preposition is in and it connects the two words flower and vase. Is the flower in the vase? Is the flower painted on the vase? Is the flower lying under the vase? Could be anywhere. So the actual relationship between the flower and the vase is being shown by the preposition in. And the word vase is a noun that comes after the preposition that is called the object of the preposition. In this sentence, the preposition in connects the two nouns flower and vase, and the second noun, that is vase, is the object of the preposition. Second sentence, we are going to the movies. We are going to the movies. So here the preposition is to. It is connecting the verb going and the noun movies. Where are we going? We are going to the movies. That is the connection. So the movies here, movies is the object of the preposition. Now let us look at different types of prepositions based on their function. The first type is called prepositions of time. These are prepositions that show a relationship of time. We know prepositions show a relationship between two words in a sentence, and when the relationship is one of time, then they are called prepositions of time. Examples for such prepositions are after, around, at, before, between, during, from, since, etc. You should keep in mind that these same words, these same prepositions can be used in other ways also, but when these words are used to signify time, then they are prepositions of time. Let us look at some examples. We will meet after an hour. We will meet after an hour. It shows a time. When will we meet? After an hour. The bank will be opened between 10 and 4. Between 10 and 4. Here it is showing between. The preposition between shows a range of time. The preposition between can also show place. Then it becomes a different kind of preposition. But here, when you say between this time and that time, between the 19th and the 20th, you can come and meet me anytime between the 19th and 20th. In these examples, between shows a range of time. So, between is a preposition of time. I haven't met you since last Christmas. I haven't met you since last Christmas. Last Christmas was the last time that I met you. So again, these are all words after, since, between, etc. They are words that signify time. Therefore, they are prepositions of time. Next, prepositions of location or place. In some books, they are called prepositions of location. Sometimes they are just called prepositions of place. Above, across, against, along, among, around, behind, below, beneath, beside, between. So here between, when it is showing two places, between Thrissur and Malappuram, like that. Not between as it shows time, but between as it shows place. Beyond, then by the river, down, inside, outside, opposite. All these are examples of prepositions of place. And some sentences, some example sentences. The boat sped along the river. The boat sped along the river. It shows the location or the place where the boat was speeding. The rainbow stretched across the sky. The shop opposite your house. So you can see how in all these sentences the prepositions along, across, and opposite show relationships of time. Next, prepositions of direction or movement. So when the preposition is used to show not a specific place or a location, but rather a movement from one place to another, a movement from one direction to another, then they are called prepositions of direction or prepositions of movement. Examples are into, onto, between, towards, from, etc. He walked towards the city. Where did he walk? He walked in the direction of the city. Towards the city means in the direction of the city. Come into the parlor. So you are outside the parlor, come into the parlor. It again shows movement from outside to inside. A wind blew from the north. So from the north to the south perhaps. A wind blew from the north. Again it shows direction. So here such prepositions like towards, into and from show a relationship of direction between the words that it is connecting. Next is prepositions of manner. In some books, they are also called prepositions of agent or instrument. Some of these prepositions of manner are called prepositions of agent or prepositions of instrument. But in some books, they are all combined and they are generally called prepositions of manner. And examples are by, on, in, like, and with. These show the manner in which something happened. So, for example, he came on foot. I came by bus. In both these sentences, the prepositions on and by show the manner in which a person came. He came on foot. I came by bus. Then she cut the cake with a knife. How did she cut the cake? With a knife. So it is the manner in which she cut the cake. But you can also call it a preposition of instrument. With can be called a preposition of instrument because it shows what instrument or what tool she used to cut the cake. That is a knife. So she cut the cake with a knife. Next, you sing like a nightingale. Like, it shows again the manner in which you sing. You sing so beautifully that it is almost like a nightingale singing. You sing like a nightingale. So in this particular usage, like is a preposition of manner. So these are some examples of prepositions of manner. So time, place, direction or movement, and manner are some of the important types of prepositions based on their function, based on their purpose in a sentence. Now, based on complexity, you can divide prepositions into simple prepositions, double prepositions, compound prepositions, and participle prepositions. First, simple preposition. They are just simple small words like the ones that we have seen so far: at, on, into, from, across. All these we have mentioned. They could signify time, place, manner, anything, but they are simple. They are just one preposition, one small word. Example, meet me at noon. Here at is a simple preposition. This will be clearer when we look at the other two, double and compound prepositions. Double prepositions use two simple prepositions in combination. Double preposition is a combination of two simple prepositions, two small words. And both those words are prepositions. For example, out of, inside of, across from, etc. So out can be a preposition, off can be a different preposition, but when they are combined like this, out of, then it is a double preposition. So an example would be the room across from mine. It means the room opposite mine, but the room across from. So across can be used as a simple preposition, like when you say the house across the river. The boat sped across the river. Then from can also be a simple preposition showing either time or place or different things. But here when you say across from, Because it is a combination of two simple prepositions, it is called a double preposition. The next one is compound preposition. Compound prepositions are also combinations of two words functioning together as a preposition, but here both words are not prepositions. Compound preposition is different from a double preposition because in a double preposition the two words are both prepositions and they work together as a preposition. But in compound preposition, only one word is a preposition. However, the two words or more than two words work together as a preposition. Examples are according to, in order to, by virtue of, with regard to, etc. So it is a combination of some prepositions and some words which are not prepositions. According to, here to is a preposition, according is not, but when they come together, according to that phrase, it works as a preposition. By virtue of, by and of are prepositions, but by virtue of is it works, that phrase works as a preposition. It has its own meaning and it has this word virtue, which is actually a noun and not a preposition. So it is a combination of one noun and two prepositions in this particular way that makes it a compound preposition. The next type of preposition is called participle preposition. This is not particularly complex. It is just that the preposition, the word functions as a preposition. The word functions as a preposition. It performs the function of a preposition in a sentence, but it looks like a participle. It looks like a present participle, that is ing form of a verb. Sometimes it can even look like a past participle with an ed form of the verb, but most of them are with ing. So examples are during, considering, notwithstanding, regarding, etc. They met during the war. They met during the war. So here during, it looks like an ing form of a verb, but it is not. Actually, it is functioning as a preposition. Considering looks like consider plus ing, he is considering. But if you say he was pardoned considering his youth, he was pardoned considering his youth, there considering is a preposition. So these are some examples of prepositions in English, and it is usually mentioned that prepositions are a very important part of the English language. It is very easy for people who are learning the language initially to use the wrong prepositions. So all we can do is become as familiar as possible with the prepositions and keep using them and ensure that we are using them in the correct way, because the prepositions are such the same words can be used to mean several different things, and different words can be used with very small nuances to mean more or less the same thing. It is very easy to make mistakes while using prepositions. Therefore, prepositions are a very important part of the English language. Thank you.